Happy Friday, my people. Welcome to Trending, the show where we count down the top 5 stories making waves on the internet. I am Mercy Erabo, and if you thought social media was going to take it easy because it's Friday, think again. Today's countdown is 7 premium weekend gist. There's nightclub drama, shocking betrayal, emotional moments, and one story at number 1 that's touching hearts across the nation. So grab your favorite drink, relax, and let's dive into today's countdown. Coming in at number 5, who goes to a nightclub to spray money without having actual money? Well, according to reports, one man allegedly ordered drinks worth millions of naira at a nightclub and even collected cash on credit. The problem, authorities allege there wasn't enough money in his account to cover the spending. Let's watch the video.
Three motherfucking bottles on the road. Three motherfucking bottles on the road. Look up, look up, look up, look up.
You say you get 300. Where the car?
We are taking him to the office. If I said the other,
Sir, you know escape slap. Back of fair. If you not fair, go kill you.
Never escape me, Sorry. Hey, foolish man, become my teacher pay the great preservation. And who want pay millions for you the craze? Who want pay the millions for you spend almost 9 million naira away? So you spend in the craze? In the craze? Who want pay the money for you the craze? In the craze? Who want pay the money? Who want pay the money for this stupid boy? Are you okay, man? Who want pay the money? Who want pay the money for you?
See, you know they understand this matter. If you give
9
her
million naira, who want pay? You don't.
I'm a piano rather they carry and they go where you don't know. Hey, you see when those hype men will start hyping you, they will start calling your names, international money spender, this and that. Maybe it's one spirit that just entered in and be like, okay, collect cash. Just be collecting. Tell them that you will give them. He even said he had a sick 300 sitting pretty outside. But messing at looking at this guy, you obviously know he doesn't have this. So I think I should even blame the persons that were giving him the drink and all of that. They said he collected, was it Mattel and all of this going on. You know, when the hype man will start saying, who ordered bottle of Azu? And then, you know, those hyping. Well, come to think of it, this boy is a small boy, right? It's a small boy. Why on earth would you even allow him go to that kind of club? How did he gain entrance in? I feel like it's what cyber fraud has finally cost in the nation, that even kids are able to afford certain things. And when they see people like this, especially once you're dressed, putting on this big polo and the jean, they just feel like, okay, he should be able to afford it. But just you heard them saying almost 9 million naira. So he ordered the first drink, he ordered the second, he was busy collecting cash from money changers, and they were not saying, uncle, transfer my money. They were all giving him the money just because they feel like at the end of the day, when it's very high, he would even pay extra. But you see, now the whole wahala will now be on his friend. You cannot even have parents like me, because I will leave you there. You have to sort out your mess yourself. I did not ask you to go there. I do not club. So where exactly did you get that spirit of clubbing from? Social media people has been having it and they've been laughing with the whole thing. Some people are even asking, is this confidence or courage? Others simply said, the economy has produced very creative people. Either way, this story has definitely gotten people talking. Guys, away from that very story, let's see what we have as our number 4 story for today. Now, we're going straight to Rivers State, where a woman has taken to social media with serious allegations. She claims rather that men that she believes were EFCC operatives forced their way into her apartment, damaged part of the property, destroyed CCTV cameras, and took her husband away. According to her, nothing incriminating was found in the house, and she's demanding answers about what really happened. Guys, let's hear from the horse's mouth.
Sister, see me in my house, see me in my house. This is my, you should see me, see me in my house, see your sister, see me in my house, see me in my house, see me in my house. Yes, sister, yes.
as EFCC carry my husband keep since morning, since early morning. Never eat, never bath, never shower. I haven't sent someone to go there and see if they will agree that is there. Let them give him food. For no reason. As many say they search our phone, see something. Say they come. At least my mind go there say, make I dey find wetin I go do. But they did not see anything on us, and they told me that the reason why they are taking my husband is that why did I video them? That if they come as them tell me say EFCC are supposed to open door, forgetting say anybody if you talk say be EFCC, we don't want to use heat to carry something. I will snap my camera, cover my camera, just because you people don't want the world to see where you're breaking my gate. A family house. Let them see how you're breaking my gate. Now why you carry something they block camera where I keep for future purpose, for purpose of this kind of thing, so that if I'm lying, they will tell me, do you have CCTV? I say yes. At least even if say they don't see the ones where happen.
The claims have generated widespread reactions online, with many people calling for the circumstances surrounding the arrest to be clarified. As with any allegations, I feel like the facts are expected to emerge through the appropriate investigative process. At this point, we're waiting for the EFCC to release an official circular. We really want to know what happened there. Why would your men go, knowing the fact that we're having high rates of insecurity, kidnapping, and all of that going on in the country? I see no reason why they would operate just like them. We would not be able to differentiate between the kidnappers and the actual officers. Now, just imagine a whole lot of persons were in the comment section saying that, oh, are you sure these people are not kidnappers? They just disguised as EFCC to kidnap your husband. But she said that they even took food to the EFCC's point. That is, they went there. It is confirmed that her husband is there. So it means that these persons are not kidnappers, but actually EFCC officers. So we're waiting for the commission to give us a response. We really want to know what really transpired there. She said there was nothing incriminating. So we really want to know. We do not want to hear from one side of the story. But come again, why would they cover her CCTV? She said it was covered because they didn't want people to know what was really going on in there. And then she had to bring her phone. We could see someone was trying to drag her phone from her and all of these things going on. So we're waiting. We know that is a very more honest commission. We're waiting to hear any response from them. And guys, once we do and it makes its way to our top 5, we'll definitely bring it to you. Away from that, let's see what we have as our number 3 story for today. Imagine trusting someone with your child every single day, only for that same person to allegedly become the very reason your child goes missing. According to reports, a man who had been hired to take a child to and from school allegedly kidnapped the child and demanded a ransom of 500,000 naira. A lot is going on in the country. Guys, let's watch the video.
I was arrested because of a 3 years old child which I kidnapped.
You kidnapped the 3-year-old child.
Yes.
Who was the child to you?
The child is, I'm the one that used to take her to school and from school.
Okay, how much did they pay you? How much they agree to they pay you?
10,000
Every day or every month?
every month.
Every month, 10,000.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, just to carry the child to and fro.
Yes.
So how many weeks you don't do the work before this thing happen?
So in total it's about 4 weeks, sir.
Almost a month. Have they paid you already before this thing happen?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so that fateful day when you carry this pikin, wetin go happen?
What really happened was that before now I was looking for money, so
You no go give me story, you go
yes,
straight
sir.
to the point.
So a friend of mine told me that I should take the child. So when I carry the child, so that I will ask the parents to give us money. So I was worried. I say, you say I should do it. I should not worry.
Wetin be that your friend name?
It's they call it Omo.
Omo, how long have you known him?
I know him for years, but we are not that close. But I've known him for years.
But close enough to encourage you to kidnap a child.
Guys, this very story has shocked many Nigerians. Parents online and offline say it is another reminder that trust should always be matched with caution, especially when it comes to children's safety. But this is not the first time this is really happening, and honestly, I feel like it's very difficult to process. We've been hearing a whole lot of it going on, and that's why we tell people, stop entrusting the lives and the safety of your children to one person. What happens to the mother? Yes, you might be working, but why not prepare your child up very early and then take the child to school yourself? You're giving a total stranger to go pick up your child, to bring your child from the house to school, and then from school to the house every day. And one day you think he would not just think. I think sometime ago we even heard of the one that even took the children, and before they even found them, they've already killed them, taking some important organs in their body and all of that. And that was basically for ritual. We saw all of that going on. How come parents are still leaving their children to one person? Because I do not want to go there, I would now give my child. Most of these schools, I feel like they even have school bus, but some persons will be like, the school bus, the price is too much, Jared. Let me just look for one keke that will be carrying my child to school. And then things like this keep happening. We keep hearing stories like this. When are we supposed to learn? Gen Z parents, when are we supposed to learn? Please, this is becoming too much, and we don't think we want to hear more and more of this kind of case. So we're begging, please make sure you take your children to school yourself. If you know you cannot afford the school bus, take them to school, bring them back yourself, or rather get a close relative that could help you get this person. And you know the funniest part, if you even ask this person, do you know the house of this driver? This person would say no. Do you know any family member of this driver? This person would say no. So you just met a total stranger and you feel like, oh, I trust this person enough to help me pick my child from school, to help me take my child to school. This is really sad that it is going on in this country. Guys, away from that, let's see what we have as our number 2 story for today. Sadly, guys, another child abuse case rather is making headlines. Reports say a woman in Lagos, this time around it is in Lagos, who is also alleged to be a pastor's wife. A pastor's wife has been arrested over allegations of abusing a child. Guys, I don't know how I feel about this one, but maybe it's giving us a kind of relief, because at some point we were like, what's going on in the eastern parts? Why is it always the eastern part? Why is it always? But this one happened in Lagos. Let's watch the video.
He wants to eat too. I if you reach station now you go chop. Okay, ma. I go video you. You know if you hide. Lie. I go video you. Don't feel hide from my camera. I go video you. I go video you. You don't get choice. I go video you.
Guys, this is really, really sad that we're still talking about child abuse, and we've had lots and lots of cases. Even this week, I think we've done about 2 or 3 cases on child abuse. And this one is even sad because they said she's a pastor's wife. She is a pastor's wife. And what would you go to church on Sunday preaching, knowing fully well that someone that is supposed to be under your care, you abused that very child? I know some persons might be saying, we're not seeing the child, we're not seeing the child. Maybe we should check out for the video of the child that was abused.
Turn your back.
No, not the one. No. Video, all this is hand. This was the old one. All this is the old. So they plug and for me. Fresh ones are there. Ears, hands, everywhere, leg. Look at. Jesus. Wait. No, see so.
You don't see him. Close.
God, please have mercy. Like, This person now, you know the funniest part, if you check this person's child, you would see them looking very healthy, and that is someone else's child you're treating that way. A mother, you're supposed to be a mother, and the fact that it is alleged that she's a pastor's wife, she would claim to be mother of the church. So you cannot even take care of one soul entrusted to you. How would you take care of the church? And people will be calling her mommy, mommy pastor, mommy pastor. Hey, Lord, Lord have mercy. I really do not know what to say about this very story, but I know that this very case has reignited public concern over the growing number of child abuse reports making the rounds in recent weeks. Across social media, many Nigerians are once again calling for justice, accountability, and stronger protection for children. Seeing another child abuse case so soon, guys, has left many people deeply worried that when exactly is this going to end? And a whole lot of persons are still saying, at this point, I think we need life in prison penalty for these people, because if you do not start making the punishment strict enough, others will not deter. We'll keep having more and more. Like, a whole lot is going on. We know it did not just start, it's been happening, but so far we've been having this trend of once you see an abused child, you try to investigate and see what's going on. And that was how most of these cases came to limelight. We never knew about them. They started bringing these people. So it's more or less see something and say something. If you see someone else's child that is being maltreated, I feel like you should call the right authorities. You could call the police. You could call the right NGOs. You could call the human rights activists and all of this, because we cannot just watch. Only God knows. What if this child is an orphan? What if this child has parents, but maybe the parents could not afford his school and all of these things? And this person will be like, okay, don't worry. Or maybe he even just cries to follow mommy pastor in church. And then getting there, he's meeting another thing going on. Guys, we're not going to dwell too much on that. Let's quickly leave that and see what we have today as our number one trending story. Guys, this very story is not about celebrities or social media. It's about a little girl whose emotional reaction has touched thousands and thousands of people online. A video showing the young girl speaking tearfully about the economic difficulties facing many Nigerians has gone viral, with many viewers saying her emotion reflects the struggles that countless families are experiencing in Nigeria of today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this one.
So why are you here?
For protest. I'm here for protest.
Okay, what protest? Why exactly? I can see that you're holding something here.
Because of the Nigeria is hard. And I want the president to reduce school fees, house rent and everything. I want him to reduce the price of things. And my dad can never afford the payments of my school fees, house rent and everything. It's no longer like before that I can buy biscuit of 20 naira or 50 naira. Now the biscuit is 100.
Homo, guys, this very clip has sparked a wave of reactions across social media, with people, a whole lot of people having different opinions about the protest and the broader economic situation. Many agreed on one thing. It is difficult to watch a child express worries about hardship. Because when we were young, we were all trying to enjoy our childhood. But it seems these days, the childhood is being stolen from these persons. Because is it the mother and father that cannot afford 3 square meals in a day that would now afford toys for these children, that would now take them to leisure park? I want to understand these things. Or that would see money to get biscuits and snacks. You could hear from that girl saying biscuits used to be 15 naira. Maybe when the mom wants to go out, they would give them 15 naira. Even during our time, they would give us 5 naira, 10 naira, and we'll be so happy about it. But now you give this child 15 naira, this child cannot buy anything. This child cannot get any snack. The only thing the 15 naira would get for this child is water. And you say this child should not come out to protest. This hardship reached their side too. So it's not we coming out to say, and she's even saying something that my father cannot even afford to pay my school fees. It is really sad. And I know a whole lot of people will just see her now and be like, okay, how much will give you scholarship till university level? It's the next thing. And some of them might even be audio ones coming to say, okay, I would give you scholarship and all of that. But that would not still solve the issue at hand. This child coming out to cry out shows a whole lot what so many other Nigerian children are going through. A whole lot of persons, maybe they've even switched schools from private schools to government schools just because the parent could no longer afford that amount. It is very, very sad that you see children like this that are supposed to be playing around, doing hide and seek like we used to do, playing Baba Suwe, doing all of those fun games that we did during our time. Look at this child now going outside to protest just because of how the system has finally made it look like. Guys, like I said, this thing is very, very difficult to watch. And without any doubt, I think this has become one of the most talked about videos of the day. And that's a wrap on today's edition, which is the Friday edition of Trending. Which story had you saying, wait, what exactly is going on? Was it the nightclub spender, the kidnapping case, the child abuse report, or the emotional video that's got everyone talking? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section of all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. I am Mercy Irabo, wishing you a safe, peaceful, and beautiful weekend. Bye for now.